learning. They said the best way to learn is to try. Take the effort and make something happen. That's how I started a business a long time ago. When I was a single mom, I started a cleaning business because I was working 3 jobs at a time, and I figured, well, I might as well do it when I feel like doing it and telling them how much I want to be paid to do it. So that's what I was doing. So let's see. First of all, we're going to talk about the Omnibus bill. Okay, so I'm looking up on Google. I'm trying to figure this out. And it says the definition of omnibus: a volume containing several novels or other items previously published separately. And it says comprising several items. Well, yeah, it's a goulash of garbage. It definitely was a goulash of garbage, and we got the scraps, that's for sure. No matter even if it goes up to $2,000, we've still got nothing compared to what they were making us we're going to have to pay that back, or our grandkids will. Not mine, but probably yours. I don't have any grandchildren, so anyway, I was really happy to hear about the pardons that the president was doing. The way I look at it, they could sit there and talk all the trash they want to. These guys were framed. There were a lot of them were framed, and I have always loved Duncan Hunter, and the whole setup of the whole thing. It was like, I don't know. It was like they were framed into it. I can't even express how happy I am. I think they just sort of, if they're going to let the criminals out for COVID, they need to let these guys go, because they were being spied on, and they were being lied upon, twisted. They were being set up. It's like if somebody came up to you after 9 months of not having a job and said, hey, I'll give you this much money if you do this. You're kind of put in a corner. You know what I mean? I don't know all the story or anything, but this is the way I look at it. They deserve to be free. Pardoned. And I want to see Assange and Snowden as well, because after seeing Hillary Clinton's hearing about the emails, Hunter Biden, the tarmac on the DOJ and Clinton, but Benghazi, even 9/11, I'm just going to say that to me, what they've done is small potatoes compared to what I've been seeing with my own eyes with the election and everything. And what surprises me is that it's so one-sided. It's like they were fighting over accusing Trump of doing exactly what they've been doing, and yet somehow it's okay for them to do it. It's okay for them to do it. Because, see, they got to cry the loudest. They got to go have their safe corners, and they have to have their way or else. So the Omnibus stimulus package was a bunch of garbage that hardly any of it was for us, and we have to pay it back. So I don't much care for that. All I wanted to see was that they would help people with their mortgages that are having to support people who don't have to pay rent anymore, because that was passed, that they don't have to pay rent, they can't be evicted, and but the people can lose their homes. I don't know how that works out for the renters, because they're going to have to move, if the house is being foreclosed upon. So I don't know how that works. But let's see what else. I really loved there was a Twitter from Benny Johnson. It said this may be the greatest video Donald Trump has ever produced. Was that speech that he did tonight? He recommended that the payments be raised to $2,000. I'm just going to say, for 9 months, living off of what, $2,400 plus $500 for a kid. It's not a lot of money. It's, I'd rather have a business. I'd rather have incentives for education, for certifications. I would like to have those kind of incentives, to start a business. Everybody learn a skill from their home and be able to have deregulate the work at home, to not have it to where that you can't work at home. You have to work at home, so to be able to have a store from your home or whatever, just like the old cowboy days, where you could sew or do alterations, whatever. You can do it from home. Laundry, you name it, pay for the laundry. Dry cleaning. The internet should not be the only thing that people could do. If they can't have, I know in Hawaii, there's this lady that had, and a lot of people did it, right from their garage, serving lunch outside. If they're going to try to close down your restaurant, there needs to be something that, there needs to be some incentive program for people to continue their businesses, to be able to save their business, to be able to work. All jobs matter. All jobs are necessary because we need them to pay our bills. And it's not about us going shopping for Christmas. And the way that I look at it, these stimulus payments are just payments, quid pro quo, is to keep us quiet, keep us in our homes, and keep us off the street from, rioting or for not hoping that we will just accept it, that we have to wear a mask like Sharia law, cover our face, and stay in the house and keep our mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut type deal. Don't look at the guy behind the curtain. Don't question what we're doing. It's just horrible. So, we listen to these hearings and everything, and we've seen it with our eyes, the evidence, and we know that they can have a hearing, they can have an investigation, and they will do nothing about it. It's just a way to pacify us, the citizens of the United States, and buy time and look like they're trying to do something. It's real frustrating. People should be in jail already from prior to the 2016 election, in my opinion. Of course, it's my opinion from what I have seen, over the time period. So anyway, I'm just a single woman living in a house, and I saw all this, and I'm just stumped. I can't believe it. I believe in President Trump. I believe in Jesus first, and I believe in the United States of America, our Constitution, and our Bill of Rights. We have the right to assemble. We have the right to speak. We have the right to worship freely. We have the right to have the pursuit of happiness. We have the right to raise our children the way we want to, and the government is in the Bill of Rights. There's a little thing in there that says that we have the right to protect ourselves from government that has abused their powers, and I believe this is very abusive. I feel abused. Do you feel abused? I definitely feel abused. And, You know, 2,000 little payment is not going to pacify that feeling. Not, no. And especially when, other countries are getting way more money, and people are getting, that are not citizens, are getting more money than the citizens. And Nancy Pelosi, I wonder if she steps over all those people and their syringes when she gets into her vehicle to be taken to the airport, because I cannot imagine that a person like that could stay in office for this long and nobody changes their pattern of voting. They just go straight down and that's it, Really, I think, and I didn't vote for her, but Tulsi Gabbard was phenomenal. She still is phenomenal, and I think she's the bomb. And I don't understand why the Democrats did not vote her in for the nomination for presidency. Because she's great. She's awesome. She's normal. She doesn't have the weird vampirish kind of look like she had sucked blood out of something. I mean, she really doesn't look like a corpse that's still walking. She's just, she's in touch with the world, with the people, and she knows what it's like to be over, in the military. She knows what's going on in the world. She's not out of touch at all, and she's not, too rich to be able to remember that people cannot live off of $600. So I just love her, and I'm a Republican. So I love President Trump too, and this was wild. I mean, it just seems like people are starting to all say the same thing, and that they're coming together. I don't know if they realize it or not, but they're kind of saying things, the similar things that people like AOC, I would never have imagined her complaining about the bill. But President Trump was doing it. And Mitch McConnell, what the heck is happening? You're supposed to be helping, and this election deal is not right. And I thank you, all you senators and congressmen, who are going to stand up for us. I mean, we may not win, but we definitely are going to go down in the history books, and this is definitely going to be implemented, as far as we have a chance to speak out and say that we don't approve of this. If election day, if I have to be at work at 8 o'clock, I can't come the next day and decide, well, that's the day I'm going to work. And this is the time I decided to come to work. That doesn't fly. And that's the way we feel about the election. You can't just change the rules that have always been implemented just because you want to win an election. That's corruption right then and there, So, that's the way I feel about it. Anyway, so my name is Tamara, and I just wanted to say how I felt about all of this stuff really quickly. And I thought I would read a few Bible verses, and it is Christmas, and it's the time. God is in control, and this is a nation under God. I do pray that God will forgive our nation for being selfish, corrupt, and greedy, and that He will forgive us and help us to love and encourage one another. There are homeless people on the street, and there is somebody's babies. That was somebody's child at one time. That may be someone's father or mother, so, or it just may be a child that just was lost in the system and had to go out and find their own way. So anyway, I'm going to read, this is the 4 words that I looked up I looked up the King James Version Bible online, and then I looked up "for I know that," and these are the scriptures that have "for I know that," and these are self-affirming. These are affirmations for us. Okay? For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he reigneth forever. I believe that's what it says. Okay, for I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. So God is coming. Jesus is coming, and that's Job 19:25. And Job knew suffering. He served it. He knew what suffering was. And this is what it started off as. It says, "Why do you persecute me as God, and are not satisfied with my flesh? Oh, that my words were now written. Oh, that they were printed in a book, that they were graven on an iron pen, lead in the rock forever. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day of the earth. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh I see God, whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, not another, though my reins be consumed within me. But you should say, why persecute we him, seeing the root of the matter is found in me?" That's a really good one. Basically, we got a whole lot of problems within ourselves, and it's selfishness, greed, that think positive thing where we don't want to have anybody else's drama. Guess what? We all got drama, and we need to love each other and help each other. If somebody doesn't have, then we need, and we do, we need to come together and help. So maybe use this time to be more compassionate and loving towards one another instead of greedy. It's very important. Eternal life is very important. People's lives matter in general. And, us having a job, being able to do things, you can see somebody who has some trouble and they got a little bit of pride, ask them if they want to rake your yard, and you can go sit in your house, and then that way that nobody's getting any COVID spread. Anyway, I just want to say God bless y'all, and I'm not really sure exactly how this is going, but I'm doing the best I can on this. And like I was saying about the Omnibus, it was a whole lot of stuff just thrown together, and hardly any of it was for us. So, people are mean to each other, but God loves you always and forever, and all you have to do is reach out to Him, speak. You don't even have to say it out loud. You can just say it in your mind, in your heart, and ask for what you need. He's always there. He's waiting for you, and He's real, and He loves you. I've been homeless. I've been through so much loss, so much struggle, and He's been with me through it all. I've had a lot of problems. I've had people attack me. And you know what? That's another thing. We need to stop judging one another and just realize that people go through things, and unless you haven't walked in their shoes, then you need to just like zip it and mind your own damn business. Excuse my language. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm gonna get off before I get too emotional, but I'm telling you, we need to start caring about other people, not judging other people. And what I mean by mind your own business means you can help somebody, you can know their story, but it doesn't have to be something that you have to, put your 2 cents worth in. You can actually change a person's life without having to be condescending or judgmental. They already know what's wrong with them. They do. And you may learn something from them that you didn't know about yourself. We need each other. People need people. That's a great song. It was a #1 song and it lasted forever. People need people. And, we are the children are the world and, future, and we need to make a good future for them. We need to be a good example. And that includes Congress and the Senate, governors, mayors. It includes y'all. This is one nation under God. You need to serve us. You need to start doing the right thing. Do the right thing. President Trump has been trying his best to do the right thing. I mean, honestly, not done everything perfect, but under the circumstances, you think about it, he has been thrown every single trick in the book to try to destroy his integrity, his ability to serve our nation, to serve us, and he still did it. So, thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you, President Trump, for everything that you have done. And we will never forget you for what you've done. You're the only president that we've had in my 55 years that has actually really cared about the people. And I know that Reagan was a great president, but never saw a president that really cared about the people of the United States of America. Thank you very much. Good night, y'all. Take care. I'm going to try to keep doing this. I just don't know if anybody wants to listen or watch, but I'm here. Thank you. I appreciate you. So if you could subscribe or something so I even know that someone's watching this, it would be really nice.